Hey y'all, it's Michelle from the Scattered Scrapper. Welcome to my channel. Today is day 20 of Scrap-O-Ween. It is Halloween Throwback Thursday. So I have a picture here of my husband and my two girls at Busch Gardens Halloween, and I was taking a picture with this very creepy guy here, and it is also day 20 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life, and our sketch today is created by Sheri Rubini, and I think this is going to be a lot of fun to use with my photo here. She has two, but I just have this one. I've got some supplies picked out, so let's get started. I'm going to use this black cardstock here to mat my layout, and usually I don't know that I want to mat my layout until the very end but this time I knew from the get-go because I am using this white cardstock, and I just know when there's just white cardstock for me, it just kind of feels like it's floating away or something. So it has to be grounded, it has to be corralled. So I'm going to mat this cardstock. So I get that situated, and I just put some ATG tape on one side so that I can make sure I have my paper exactly where I want it. And then just run a line of ATG on the other three sides. And then just smooth it out. And this sketch is so fun. I think this may be my most favorite layout I have made this whole entire time so far. I just think it turns out so cute. So I have this piece of pattern paper here with the little jack-o'-lanterns. And I'm going to do the little fishtail banner on each side like it has in the sketch. And I just bend it over and match the two points here. And then I make this one really shallow. I didn't want the fishtail banner to be really big because I didn't want to lose too much of my paper, because I know my 4x6 photo is going to cover a lot of it up. So I don't want it to be too little. It needs to be just right. So I go ahead and I use my T-ruler here to help me make sure that it's level. And I'm also kind of using it to make sure that it's in the center of my paper here, because I really want it to be in the middle. So while I did slightly eyeball it and slightly use the T-ruler, it's good enough. I don't think it's exactly, but it's fine. So I'm gonna be using some of these little what are they called? Border strips that I found at Tuesday Morning like a week or two ago from K & Company, and they're so fun. When I first got them, I didn't even realize they were stickers. But I just thought they were acetate pieces. But it's very helpful that they are already sticky, so I don't have to worry about trying to glue them down. So for the rest of the strips on the sketch, I'm going to use these two border strips from the K & Company pack, and then I'm going to use washi tape. So I'm going through and I'm kind of making sure, or trying to make sure, that I have a variety. So I have a darker one on the bottom and I put a darker one on the top. Now I have words on the top, so I'm going to put words down on the bottom. And then I'm also trying to do a variety of widths. So I've got a little bit thicker, a little bit thinner, And I'm just now noticing that the one I just put down kind of goes uphill a little bit on the left-hand side. Well, guess what? Spoiler alert, you never see it because it's covered up. So I've got a skinny washi at the top. Now I need a skinny washi at the bottom, and it fits just perfect in that last little spot there. And now I need one more up at the top. So I reach for this Tim Holtz one, and I put that down, and I'm kind of going with the lengths that are in the sketch, or at least trying to get a variety of lengths. And then it takes me forever to get the backing off of this thing, so I cut out a lot of that so you didn't have to watch me struggle. You're welcome. So I put that down, and how cute is that? I love these things. I was so excited to find them at Tuesday morning after there being such a drought of craft supplies there. It was nice to see a few things that was new. Of course, I don't think these are new. I think they're I think they were probably older, but that's okay. They're new to me. So to back my photo, I'm going to use this black tissue paper. So I put that down. Now, this is a picture from when my girls were really little. I think my younger daughter was like 2, and that would make my older daughter 4. And we're at Busch Gardens in Williamsburg, and every Halloween or every October they have Howl-O-Scream. Yeah. And we would take the girls, and most of the park was spooky fun. There was a few places in the park that was scary, so we didn't go around those too much. But in this particular part of the park, they had these characters that were up on stilts on their feet and their hands. So they looked like these really very tall swamp creatures. And they didn't say anything. They just kind of lumbered around. Because they weren't fast. They just kind of walked around on all fours on these stilts on their hands and feet. And how he could bend down to take this picture, I don't know. But the costume was amazing. Oh, and see, here's where I'm going to cover that up, because I'm going to use that big humongous sticker. I'm so excited to be using this Echo Park collection that's old. I mean, it's not that old, but I never really knew I was going to use it, but I have used it so much this year. Oh, and I also backed my photo with some orange tissue paper as well. I was busy telling my story here. But anyways, we waited forever, it seemed like, to get this picture with this guy, because everybody wanted to have their picture made, and they were all like gathering around, and it was hard to get a picture with I mean, obviously you're not going to get a picture with other people not in it, but I was trying to get a picture of at least my husband and the girls without another person standing in front of them, and it finally got that way. And I went to take the picture, and as soon as I took that picture, that little girl stepped right in front of my older daughter. I'm just thankful that the camera flashed right before she totally was in front of her, because she did. She got completely in front of my daughter, but you can still see her standing there next to the creepy guy, and they loved it. Do not let that look on my younger daughter's face fool you. That is her grinning her face off. She was loving it. She looks like she's terrified and she's hanging on to her dad for dear life, but she's not. She is absolutely loving it. And I have another picture of her at probably, oh gosh, 12. of me and her at Busch Gardens during Halloween with that same look on her face. So don't let it fool you. She's having a ball. So, what am I doing now? I got tongue-tied, y'all. I'm sorry. I got caught up in my story. So I used the spooky tree from that 12 by 12 sticker sheet in the bottom right corner of my photo. And now I've got, and I used some stars. And I think I put a little puffy pumpkin. And then I've got some Tim Holtz word stickers on here. One says peculiar, because he's definitely peculiar. And one says frightful, because there were some kids who were like, he's a little frightful for me. And I got some puffy bats on here. And now I'm putting these little tiny gemstones. I'm just kind of sprinkling them through. And I think, oh yeah, I still need to put my title on. I was going to say, I think that's it, but no, I still have my title. So I'm going to title this Spooky Fun. And I think it's really cool how these two alphas are basically, they're the same shade of gold. And I don't think they went with the same collection, but it's so rare to have the same shade of gold from two different collections. But there we have it. I was excited. So I've got Spooky Fun down, and now I am putting my splatters on, because you know I got to have that mica mist out. And I used the two colors. I think one is the Iron Gate I just used, and then this one is the Decayed. And it looks so pretty. It is so simple, but I love how this turned out. This sketch was so much fun. I'm going to have to do it again for other holidays or just every day, because it's quick and simple and I love it. It just really packs a punch. It's so pretty. Okay, I hope y'all have enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for tomorrow's, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.